It's autumn and our little river is now flooded. So I think it's a perfect time to read a story from Kimberlie Hamilton. Han, four-legged war hero. Rebel Dogs, Heroic Tales of Trusty Hounds by Kimberlie Hamilton. Han, four-legged war hero. Han was a German shepherd that was volunteered for the British war effort in 1942 after his family heard a radio appeal for strong, intelligent dogs. Trained to find explosives, Han was a star at the War Dog Training School and joined a battalion of the Scottish Rifles. Lance Corporal James Maldon became his handler, a pairing that changed their lives forever. Rifleman Han and James formed a close bond right from the start. In 1844, they were part of a daring mission to liberate a Dutch island from the Nazis. Their boat came under heavy fire and collapsed, tipping the soldiers into thick mud and icy water. Han found his way to shore and immediately started looking for James, who was still in the water. James didn't know how to swim and was sinking under the weight of his heavy pack. By some miracle, Han heard his call for help over the deafening chaos of combat. He plunged back into the surf, swimming 180 meters, 200 yards, to rescue his friend. He seized the soldier by his collar and pulled him to shore, then collapsed from exhaustion. After the war, Han was awarded the PDSA Dickin Medal and returned home to his family, despite James' appeals to keep him. 2 years later, they were reunited at a parade honoring animal heroes. They had such an obvious bond, and they were so overjoyed to be together once again that Han's family agreed to give their pet to James as a gift. The pair returned to Scotland, where Han spent the rest of his days at the side of his dearest friend. 1936, England. Women's best friend. Han's family could tell at a glance that their pet shared an incredible bond with his wartime handler. Here are some of the well-known founded human friendships. Lord Byron's cherished pet was a Newfoundland named Boatswain. When Boatswain died in 1808, the poet wrote a epitaph to a dog in honor of his memory. John Steinbeck loved his poodle Charlie so much that he wrote Travels with Charlie, a memoir about their road adventures. John's Irish setter, Toby, ate the first draft of his novel of Mice and Men, and he had to totally rewrite it. Pablo Picasso was a famous Spanish artist who fell in love with a dead-shirked lump in the late 1950s. Lump was the only one allowed in Picasso's studio and appeared in 54 of his works. Paul McCartney bought an old English sheepdog named Marta in 1936 that was said to be the inspiration for the Beatles song Martha, My Dear. Mr. Famous was Audrey Hepburn's adorable and much-loved Yorkshire Terrier. He even appeared with her in a scene in the hit film Funny Face. Pinka was a Cocker Spaniel that had given to author Virginia Woolf by her friend Vitta Sackville West. One of Pinka's best tricks was putting out a match after Virginia lit a cigarette. Oprah Winfrey's Cocker Spaniel Sophie went to work with her and to red carpet events like the Oscars. When Sophie died, Orphan said, "Nobody on earth ever loved me like that little dog." American cartoonist Charlie Schulz based his terrorister Snoopy on family's basset hound Spike. The real-life Spike had a blizzard habit of eating razor blades and drawing pins. Ouch! Spike was the Yorkshire Terrier sidekick of famous American comedian Joan Rivers. He appeared with her on The Tonight Show and joined her on the cover of People magazine and in famous advert for milk. Elizabeth Taylor was so besotted with her Maltese Sugar, she almost refused to accept her Dame Commander Little because Sugar wasn't allowed inside Buckingham Palace. Tinkerbell was a Chihuahua owned by socialite Paris Hilton. The Perside pooch went missing once, and a 5,000 reward was offered for her safe return. She was found 6 days later.